I used to have newer AirPods. However, when I took that trip to London that I mentioned in one of the previous videos, I lost my case. I think in the airport out there, Heathrow. So now I got these oldies, my old AirPods. So they're good enough. Yeah, it's hot in here, bro. So, wow, this is gonna be a shaky video. I didn't realize that either my truck or the road is shaky as hail. But anyway, I just want to talk about the fact that I'm going to pick up my wife from the airport right now, right? And the fact that I can always go pick up my wife from the airport. I think that is significant. So she does a lot of work. Damn, why is it so fucking hot? Sorry, I gotta get this thing cool off. She does a lot of work where she has to fly out to do her job, go into clinical sites or whatever. And so, since I quit my job and just did freelance and can dictate my schedule pretty much 100%, the fact that she has to fly out all the time for work has never been a problem. We've been able to save a ton of money on parking or Ubers or whatever, just because of the fact that I can just go take her, and I think that is very significant. Another thing, like we got another dog. Our older dog, Kobe, he passed away last year, so that was devastating, to say the least. But we got another dog in 2020, which is the same year we got our house, and her name is Aspen. You saw her in the previous video. She was tough as a puppy. So I can't even imagine if my wife and I were both working W-2 jobs that, I don't know how that would even work, even harder if you have a kid or multiple kids. I guess the point that I'm trying to make out of all of this is that, if you're in a situation where your spouse has a pretty good W-2 job, honestly probably makes enough money to cover all of the expenses for the household. I think, I don't want to do any hot takes here. But I think that the foundation is laid. Is that the right way to say that? They have laid the foundation for you to start your own business. And yeah, businesses take a while. They take a while to become profitable. But man, if you can hold out the X number of years that it takes for that business to start taking off, then you're in for a real treat. I don't think that entrepreneurship is for everyone. Because I'm not saying that I'm special. I'm saying I struggle with it. So maybe I'm not cut out for it. But I think people that have a hard time creating their own structure, I think it's a little harder for those type of people, and I'm one of those people. But I do know that the pros for me really outweigh the cons, and I like like that I control my full schedule. But sometimes I don't like that I control my full schedule. Because I almost need a little bit of outside influence or outside, I don't know, influence is probably the word for it. I need a little bit of outside influence, like some external structure. I could benefit from that for sure. But what I'm trying to say, my God, is that if you can find a skill and nurture that, develop it, right? Get good enough to get paid for that thing, whether it's photography. I mean, a really good one to start with is wedding photography, because there's so much money in it. And I mean, obviously you have to have a skill set, to do that, but you can start out doing lower stakes things, like honestly, like find some events or something to take photos of. I mean, it kind of simulates a wedding, and even like offer to do it for free, just so you can kind of get your sea legs, and once you get really comfortable, definitely watch YouTube. I mean, you can learn anything from YouTube, man. I've learned almost everything that I know, I feel like, from YouTube. I don't know. I went to college, and I feel like I learned almost nothing. I don't remember anything from college. I barely even remember going to college. I remember playing ping pong. I remember that. But that's about all I can recall. So I racked up a whole bunch of school debt for absolutely no reason, just because I thought that that's what I was supposed to do, like that was the path to success. And I found that is the path to lifetime debt, unless you handle your shit, which is hard to do. I still haven't handled my shit. I still got plenty of school debt. But I'm going to handle it, okay? I'm gonna handle it. But anyway, find a skill. Coming back to that. Find a skill. Get good at it. And fucking be nice to people. Be kind. At times go above and beyond. Do more than you're expected to. Not all the time. You gotta slow that shit down at some point, because then, you kind of set a precedent and people expect more for less. And I've been really guilty of that one over the years. I'm still totally cool with like helping out my buddies, my close friends. Instead of trying to bankrupt them with my pricing. But yeah, at some point though, if these aren't like your family or like your friends, and honestly, you don't even have to give discounts. You don't have to, because you deserve to get paid just like everyone else for doing their job. But if you're like me and you just can't help it and you have to offer discounts, only do it to people that are like close to you. Don't do it with people that you just met or people that reached out to you for services, because you feel like you're being greedy. You're not being greedy. You're offering a service, and there's other people that offer this service as well. If they like your work and you think it's fair pricing, then you got to stick with it. You have to, because word gets around. If you're the guy who does really good work for the lowest price, then you'll probably get more work. But then you have more work. The goal for me is not to work all the time. The goal to me is to work as little as possible while maximizing the amount of money that I'm making, So I don't have to work all the time. I want to get all my bills covered and have money to you know, because, you know, we're going to be dead at some point. This is something that I have talked about for many, many years. And, but I think it is important. I did not know this was a core tenet of Stoicism, you know, that Memento Mori. But I remember I was still in college. I remember ranting about something. And I just was ranting, and I talked about it before then, but this is something that stands out. Like, just talking about how fed up I was with, like, being broke all the time, and, you know, being so careful, and not being able to, like, live the life of my dreams, like, do the shit that I really want to do. And, you know, because, like, when you think about it, you're gonna be dead. You're gonna be freaking dead at some point. And when you're dead, nothing matters anymore. I wonder why my gas cap is popped open. That thing isn't flapping in the wind back there. Maybe I just forgot to close it. Did I freaking close that thing? Well, I'll find out when I stop, I guess. Man, this is a shaky ass video. I'll probably have to re-record this. But anyway, you're gonna die someday. Quit being so safe. Blow some of your money. As long as you have money, you know, going toward, you know, securing your future, your financial future. Make sure your fucking funeral's covered, and maybe if you need some nursing care, make sure that's covered. Don't be a burden if you can avoid it on other people. Make sure that you have enough money that you can live on. Keep your fucking expenses low, though. Keep your expenses low. So, you know, especially when you're old, because if your expenses are low, then you don't have to worry about having that much money set aside. I mean, hopefully you do have a lot of money set aside, but you don't have to worry about not having quite as much as you would prefer. And enjoy yourself now. Enjoy yourself now. Don't wait until you're retired. That's why people need so much money when they retire, because they're finally doing all the shit that they've always wanted to do, because they have put it off, put it off, and put it off. I know delayed gratification, there is definitely a lot of good that you can how should I put this? Delayed gratification is a good thing as long as you're just using it as a tool. Don't delay all of your gratification for fucking ever. If you have the discipline to delay gratification, then, like, good on you. That's good. It's good to have that tool in your tool belt, you know? But don't delay it until you're fucking old, where you need to spend all of your money that you have put aside, you know? Because you never experienced any of the shit that you have dreamed about in your life. Start doing that shit now. If you're young, start doing it now. Make sure you're putting money aside for the future. But once you do that, then just fucking blow some money. Enjoy experiences. Experiences, I don't know, maybe that's the only thing that matters in life, is enjoying yourself as much as possible, not hurting anyone, having new experiences, fucking being good to people, you know, whatever. That's all there is.